All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to start working on my D&D journal. So I put up a poll for you guys and got some answers, but really up until today, D&D was winning. So it is not winning anymore, unfortunately, but because I already got everything ready for it, we're going to go ahead and do it today, and then I will check the poll again when I'm done, and the one that's in first place now will be what we do moving on into the future. So as you can see, I have some papers here that I've already prepped, and I'm going to be using this faux leather journal that I got off of Amazon. It's actually really nicely made. We're not going to be worrying about this at the moment. We'll work on the cover in the next video. But I did want to give you a show because that is pretty nice. It's not going to look as nice when I'm done because I plan on grunging it up. I have here the papers that I have prepped for all of the stat information, as well as character relations for my character. This is my character. I drew this on Procreate. I am not by any means a people drawer. I don't draw people. I draw plants and buildings and stuff like that. So I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. But I thought I could use this as kind of the cover page. And then here I have just the character information. And for all of these aren't going to be offered as printables or anything like that. I literally just took the download from the D&D website, and I kind of messed around with it in Procreate and put my information in for myself. So this template is from them, so I can't make this into a printable for you guys. However, if you are interested in having a printable, I can work on making one of those. So then I also added, oops, this was supposed to be before that. No, it wasn't. That's her information. So I did also make some cover pages, I guess you'd call them. And I handmade this border in Procreate as well. And then just put in the titles for each of the pages. And you'll see I've already gone around and gilded the edges. I just used my Distress embossing dabber, which apparently I did not close yesterday. Bad girl. My Distress embossing dabber, and I just kind of like scrape it along the sides. And then I went with a mix of gold for the title pages and bronze for the stat information and stuff. So I've already printed all of those out, cut them out, and gilded the edges. The only one I haven't done is this cover because I want to do that with you guys. And then I also went ahead and cut out some cardstock to back these on just to make them a little bit more stable while they're in the journal. I could just use this, but I think I'm probably going to end up putting these in plastic sleeves. So I have gold, brown, and green. She is a wood elf, so that felt pretty on theme for me. And then I have not too many, but I've gone ahead and tea-dyed a couple of papers that I can use for the actual journaling. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually, just to go ahead and get this out of the way, I do have the plastic sleeves already if I decide I want to use them, which I think I probably will, at least for the stats and stuff. But I can go ahead and put these papers in just to get them out of the way. The only little bit of a problem with tea dyeing them is now they don't, they're a little wrinkly, so they don't all want to stay together in a nice pretty little line for me to put on this, but that's okay. That is okay. Whoops. Well, fine. You let's do it. Let's do it half at a time. Make my life easier. And then what I'm thinking about doing with these, there we go. What I'm thinking about doing with these is doing a little bit of collaging on them and then having like a place where I take my notes during the session and then a place where I actually do like some journaling about all of it afterwards. That's the plan anyway. And technically we're already, this Saturday will be session 5 for us. So I have quite a bit to put in here already. And we'll probably need to do some more tea staining. There we go. It's a little difficult with more than one sheet. But I decided to go with the 3-ring binder in case I need to move anything around or add anything. This is my first time playing D&D. So I'm not 100% certain what all I'll need in here. I'm just going based off of what I'm thinking at the moment. So I'll go ahead and, well, I guess I can do, okay, what if we do it this way? I want gold for the front for her picture and for the character information. So I'll keep both of my gold ones out here. And this is the only one that I went ahead and filled in on the iPad because this information isn't going to change. It's going to stay exactly the way it is. As you can see, I've already done the edges of that, but I want to do the edges of this one. And because it has more of the green, I'm going with the gold. I'm using the Metallic Gold Rich from WoW. This is available on Amazon. Oh, let me get my drop sheet so I'm not making messes out of everything. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, like I said, I just kind of run along the edges. You'll notice there's some white over here. That's also why I didn't worry about getting too exact in the cutting, because it's all going to get covered up with the embossing anyway. Okay, so I don't want to do too much with this. This is really just a little cover page for her. And I think, yeah, I want to keep the border pretty even. So I think I am going to use the plastic sleeves for this just in case. And, you know, I'm using a 3-ring binder so I can move everything around. But if I don't want to have to move everything around and I want to change the picture, then I can, you know, do so without having to mess anything up too bad. I'm going to go ahead and I've already sectioned these out for how I want them to go. So I know I want her on the front of this and then her information on the back of this and then the rest of her information on this one. So I will glue these down. I think I decided on doing gold for her information, the brown for her stats, and then the green for the character relation sheets. I didn't show you the character relation sheets. Hold on. These I did actually make myself. And they're very, very simple. Just character relations, the character, and then the status of our relationship. And then I have space to write down here. And I may do, I mean, this is a significant storyline, so I may actually want to do an extra sheet per person. I'll have to decide on that in a minute, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. So yeah, I'm just quickly going to glue all of these down in the order that I want them, and then I'll be back with you for some more exciting things. Okay, so I have gone ahead and glued down all of the things, and these pages I'm not going to really worry about decorating at all. I want to do a little bit of decorating on the cover here for her. And then I did decide, since I'm sure there's going to be more than one page worth of notes for my character relations, I put them on the tea stain paper. That way, if I need to add in more pages, then I can. Oops, that's all upside down. So I have a couple options here, and I'm not sure what I want to go with. So I have kind of leaf stamps and stuff that I could use with some embossing to do a little bit of framework or something on this. I could also use some die cuts, which I do like the shininess of that, but I'd get the same kind of shininess with the embossed stamps. And then I have actual leaves, which I really love these. I think these are going to get used more in the actual journaling, though, like the actual journaling pages. Yeah, and then I have even more than this. I have tons, literally tons of dried leaves and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to leave those to do for the actual journaling pages. Whereas here, I just want this to be a little more decorative. So I can go with die cuts, or I can go with embossed stamping. Decisions. I kind of like the extra texture of having more paper, but I have a feeling this journal is going to get really thick the way that it is, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, coffee is hot. Coffee is very hot. Sorry. Or I can do some embossed stamping. Well, decisions. That is a little difficult. Okay. Well, actually, what if... Okay, I've had an idea. Not that one. What am I doing? What if I took these other kind of metallic-y papers? Again, I used the brown for the character stats, and I used the green to back the character relations. What if I just embossed a little bit on these and then die cut them, so I could use the die cuts and the embossing? What do we think about that? What do we think about that? And I think I don't want to use, I don't want to use the stamps because, there it is, because it's going to get die cut anyway, and the stamps don't match up with my die cuts. So I think what I'll do is, should I go, because I already have the gold here, should I go with the bronze instead, or should I do a little bit of both? Decisions. I think I'll stick with kind of the color I've been going with, which is on the more neutral pages doing the bronze, and on the green pages doing the gold. So I'll do bronze on this and then gold on the green. And I don't want it to cover all of it, obviously. Whoops. So I'm just going to kind of scribble. Scribble. Do a couple of little dabbies. Try not to cover the whole thing, Brandy. And then we said bronze for this one. Or it's copper. I keep saying bronze, but it's copper. Close enough, right? So I will just cover. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. I think that's fun. And interestingly, because the copper is a little more red toned, it actually made the, like, if you look at it this way, like that clearly looks brown. But now with this, it looks a little more green tinted, which is interesting. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the green with the gold, and then we will start die cutting out some shapes. Okay, I forgot to hit record while I was die cutting these, but I think that's okay. You don't need to see me die cutting them. So I just need to decide how I want to lay these out. And I probably won't use all of them on this page, but I have the ability to, should I want to. So these are the biggest ones. And do I want to do down the side and up one side, or do I want to do it all across the bottom? See, the questions, y'all, questions. No answers, just questions. Like, what if I did just the opposite? I don't want to cover up any of her face. Oops. But I don't mind covering up some of the rest of it. So something like that, and then maybe alternate the color. Like so. Maybe like that. Is that too much? I could just concentrate it down here in one corner. So if I put that more outward, like so, and then maybe something like that. Is that too much? I think that's too much. Too much. I don't like having just 4. I like this, but I think because there's more gold on this page, that I might want to do the gold leaves more. Something like that. Oh, you know what else I have that I didn't think about is my skeleton leaves. And I know I'm going to be using my skeleton leaves on the cover, but maybe 1 or 2 in here might be a good idea. Just for a little extra texture. Come on, you fragile little things. And then that way it fills up the space a little bit more, but doesn't detract too much from the illustration. I'm having issues. Okay, get in there, please. But something more like that. Yes. Okay, cool. And then I can use these die cuts throughout the rest of it. and put those in my leaves and flowers stash. Like so. And then I will give these a glue down. I'm going to start with the skeleton leaves. Okay, wonderful. I actually really like that. I might try to put something, maybe her name or something down here. But I don't know how I want to do that yet. And maybe, I think maybe we need like some gold splatters. What do you guys think? I think yes. It is not at all the same kind of gold. I don't care about that. I also had bronze. I could do bronze splatters, but no, I'm going to go with the gold. Oop. Ah. And I'm already splattering myself, so that's fun. I don't want these to be big, so I'm going to have the brush not too wet. Should have covered her face. Didn't. It's okay. I think it's okay. It's a little annoying, but I think it will be fine. Get that gold up off the desk. And okay, I think what I'm going to do is, oh, of course it's on the back of this page. Well, no, I have it on another page as well. Hold on one moment. I have this font that I used here. I think I'll just print that out and put it on here, but that's going to have to wait for a minute. So for now, the cover page is done. I've got glue all over myself. I need to quickly fill out my sheets, my statistics. And I think I actually might laminate these. I mean, I'm going to have them in the plastic sleeve anyway, but what I'm thinking is if I laminate them, I can write my stats down with a permanent marker. That way they're still easily seen instead of using a pencil where I have to look a little bit harder to see what everything is. I could write them down in permanent marker, and then whenever I have to change them to erase permanent marker, you just put a dry erase marker over it and then it comes off. So I think for the statistics, I'm going to do that. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so I have everything put in here. I decided to forego the sleeves. They're just, I don't like how much they stick out from everything else. It's bothersome to me. So I decided not to do those. I'm going to glue that part back down. I'm going to do her name as well as a few other things before we get into doing the cover. Let me actually do that right now since I'm right here thinking about it. Is the glue coming out? Yes, it is. Okay. Anyway, give that a press down for a second. like I said, I decided to forego the sleeves. So I have the cover page, her information, and then I did go ahead and, of course I just forgot, laminate the pages that have the character sheets on them. So this is just filled in with a little Sharpie. And like I said, if you want to, or when you need to change something, I'll just do this little 0 down here. You just take a dry erase marker and erase. And then it leaves it clear for you to fill back in with the Sharpie. I'll do that in a second. But I've filled out all of my stuff, except for I don't have cantrips, but I have spells that I don't have to use spell slots for. So it's kind of like a cantrip. Anyway, the character relations sheets. And then one of the other things that I did was, or I'm going to continue to do, was I'm making little covers for all of the sessions. So I have done that for the ones that we've already covered. I need to fill all of this out still, but I did just this session 0 so you guys could kind of see what I'm going to do. And then I decided down here, what I'm going to do, I think for the journaling, is I'm actually going to do it on the computer and print it out with a similar text to this, so it looks kind of handwritten, but just because that's a little easier, I think, for me to do than handwriting. So this will be the notes that I take on my actual, or during the actual sessions. I do like doing little sketchy drawings and stuff like that. And then I'll be including some of my dried flowers, etc., throughout all of them. I need to do a session 0.5 as well, because we had one of our characters was not there for the first one, so they did another session 0 without me. But I think there's one more thing I want to do, and I'm not going to use, excuse me please, I'm not going to use it on these, but I think here, and then the character relations, and then when the sessions start, just to make it easy for me to flip through, I want to add some little tabs. I think because this is laminated, we don't want to use the Barely Art glue, so I will go with the 3-in-1. I'll try and get that a little more filled out so I can show it to you when we do the cover on Friday. Yes, Friday. Because that'll just, you know, show you a little bit more how it's going to look and everything. But I do want to add these little tabs, and I'm actually going to turn it. It's just easier for me to line it up a little more properly this way. And I'm actually not going to worry about writing down what they are. I'm going to use the colors as my code. Okay, and that'll be the start of my sessions. Very exciting. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Like I said, we are going to be decorating the cover, probably some of the inside here. I did put my spells in here, just so I am aware of what they are, because I have, you know, in the stats, I have them written down, but I don't have all the rules and information for them. So it helps to have those little spell cards as well. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit different than what I usually do. I do understand that, so hopefully it doesn't run too many of y'all off. It'll just be this, and then the decorating of the cover, and probably some of the inside cover as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below, and I will see you guys on Friday with the next video. Bye!